We're on
Yeah,
episode
real
54. I know
Rebel lives.
you're wondering why we titled it "Did Trump Just Win?" We'll kind of get into that a little bit, but just to give everybody, I mean, I'm sure everyone's heard what happened. Everybody heard what happened.
If you haven't, you're living under a rock.
Yeah, you're disconnected from the world potentially, but in Butler,
And I envy you.
Butler, Pennsylvania, there was a former President Trump was holding one of his rallies, and there was an attempted assassination on him by a shooter about 400 feet away on a building. And
Not sure the distance, but it was close.
Yeah,
closer than what you would like.
So he actually did get hit. It was just a graze, though. Sounded like a bullet as he turned his head right as the shooter took the shot, and it took his, hit the top of his ear, somewhere in that vicinity. Yeah, hit the top of his ear. He goes down to cover. Secret Service then takes a second, apparently, to get up on there and cover him.
The CIA.
They're trying to silence us. Yep.
Yeah. They are.
It's not online yet. There it is. We back.
Okay, we're back. We're good.
I don't see you.
You don't see me?
There he is. I do now.
Yeah.
Everything looks okay now. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can jump in anytime you want to fill in any of the blanks, but unfortunately there was a fatality from a person that was somewhere behind him in there. Refresh, guys. Just refresh it. It's good. Yeah, just refresh. We're good.
Type it.
I had a dump in my internet for a second. It pooped, but we're back. Close out your app and yeah, I can see it. I don't understand.
You're fine now. It's for some reason
it's
not fixing on Jay's end, but
try the app.
There he is.
There he is.
Good. So there he is.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, someone did lose their life in that whole event, and
2 critically injured.
Yeah, some injuries, and then obviously
I saw videos of those 2 guys. The 2 critical injuries.
Yeah,
get hit. Like you can see the spray behind them.
There's a lot of very graphic photos out there, but and
photos,
also
videos.
Also, the guy that was the assassin,
alleged shooter,
was also terminated on site. So that's just a quick rundown of everything that happened. You'll probably a lot of different things on the news. What I've noticed really is there's a lot of major mainstream news sources that are just calling it the Trump shooting. Like,
yeah,
why don't you call it what it was? He was a sitting president. I give that the same vocabulary, use the terms with Reagan, with JFK, there's a couple of there's
Teddy Roosevelt.
Like it was an attempted assassination. Okay, it's like stop pandering around with fucking words.
100%.
They're calling it a shooting. They're saying, Trump shoot. No, dude.
An active shooter.
Yeah.
They are also saying Trump rushed off stage after he falls.
Yes,
I saw some other
fell.
Yeah.
Some weird just.
Or Secret Service rushed Trump off stage. Like that was just the one headline. It's like,
yeah, they're leaving. You could see it so clearly in how they're trying to massage the stuff to fit whatever narrative they're trying to come out with.
There was a video of people in the crowd turning to the press section and flipping them off and telling them that you caused this, you did this.
Yeah. It's nuts, man, how many people online are like absolutely just saying the most horrendous shit.
Oh God, I got one.
Like,
Shit, it's on my phone.
Like, look, man, any normal person will look at you and tell you they don't wish that on any of the sitting presidents. At least I don't. You know,
No.
I can't speak for everyone, but
Absolutely not.
there's no reason for violence in politics like that. Like, there's not, man. And why the fuck do people keep trying to kill off like great people? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Martin Luther King was assassinated. You know, fucking JFK. Like, dude, Abe Lincoln. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, why are people killing the fucking people that make serious, you know, trying to making big changes and things? It doesn't make sense.
Because they don't fit the political narrative. That's why.
So
Yeah.
this is one of the dumbest things that I saw on Twitter as scrolling through it. And
Oh, yeah.
it was a post and it says, CIA has known mind control tech. They found a suitable man and scrubbed his digital footprint. Secret Service gave him time to set up on the roof, ignore warning signs about a man with a gun aimed at Trump. They let him take clear shots, then killed him once Trump fell. Now they investigate themselves. What?
I don't even know where to go with that.
Like that right there, I was like, I have no hope.
That
Motherfucker had over 500,000 views.
30-year-old me would be right on that. Like, oh, conspiracy. And it probably was a conspiracy, but not in the sense of like a government conspiracy. He might have conspired with 2 or 3 or whatever, how many it is to be the definition of a conspiracy, but it's not a conspiracy as in whack job. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That shit is so over the top, but people are feeding into it. It's like,
Here,
what?
Here's my personal opinion. Disclaimer, obviously, if we can get that in the chat really quick.
Yes, Jay, please.
This is just personal opinions, okay? They don't represent the DoD or the military, U.S. military in any form, fashion. Just personal opinions and observations. So, and they're all personal views, okay, for everyone here. It doesn't make sense. Like, I know there's a lot of conspiracy theories going out. They're going to be bunches of them. People are going to try to. The internet investigators have already come out in full force trying to dissect this whole thing and find some sort of conspiracy within. But I mean, really, just my opinion is people were there to do a job, and there were mistakes made. Several. Likely a lot of, we call it in the military when the holes in the Swiss cheese line up. You don't want that shit to happen because that's when bad things happen. So we call it the Swiss cheese effect. That's what I think kind of happened in this instance. Was there was a Swiss cheese effect where little mistakes, and then big mistake, right, happens. And then there's probably communication problems somewhere in there between people on what it is they were supposed to do. That's what it looks like to me. Is it's more of an operational. There's operational errors, many operational errors made. I don't think it's an inside thing or anything like that. But
no, 100%.
That's I don't know. You've probably heard it. It's Swiss cheese effect. When all the holes in the Swiss cheese line up, man, that's when shit hits the fan and when bad things happen. That's my thought on it. But
it's the butterfly effect. You know, little things happen that causes big things.
Well, but so people are talking about, oh, the fucking snipers didn't shoot him. They saw like, number one, we don't know what happened, right? Now there is an interview out there with a sniper supposedly, or whatever, that shot him, and he was like, I was trying to get authorization or whatever. I haven't seen it. I don't know how true it is, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
It's all speculation right now, and then they're talking about Secret Service took forever. Well, here's the deal. Like, you have to put a human factor into things. Like, Secret Service are not fucking robots. They're human beings. So one of those things, like, you hear it, okay? And it's okay, what happened? There is a delay in the human response from what you hear to the brain to the reaction that you take. And if somebody has never lived through something like that, whether they are a law enforcement, Secret Service, military, if they've never lived through it, there is a delay. It's going to happen. It's human nature. I don't care who you are. If you've been through something like that or whatever, then now you have a little bit what they call a muscle memory to kind of go off of, to where it's not a, now I have to think, it's a, oh, I'm reacting now. So it, like, there's human factor there. So am I saying that it was the quickest they could have done or the slowest? I'm not saying that. It's just that, hey, there is a human factor that takes into account. And, you know, and like when it comes to the sniper stuff, who knows what was going on with those communications? Who knows what rules of engagements were, you know, your use of force, all that stuff. Who knows what they saw?
Yeah.
You know, and it's one of those things like, and here's the deal. 98% of the population will probably never know the full story.
No.
So,
will.
yeah, take the media with a grain of fucking salt.
Yeah. You kind of have
100%.
to form a sane opinion. You know what I mean? Don't get crazy with it, but
yeah.
That's
I
do agree with Jay that there should have been somebody on that roof, whether it been Secret Service or even local police, just somebody there to keep people off that roof, because who knows, even just people wanting to watch it would get up there, you know. Just anybody up there to keep people off that roof would have been,
you know, no, that goes back to my initial statement, is that's the Swiss cheese. That's a mistake made. I guarantee you that those guys are thorough. You know what I mean? They're going to these venues, they're looking, they're checking, right? I guarantee you that building in that area was likely looked at, likely investigated, notes taken, I'm sure, on the position of it, angles, all that shit, man. Like there's no way they're just going to leave a giant ass building like that over there unlooked at. But decision was made somewhere not to, like what you said, Rebel, post somebody up on top of it. You know? Well,
there's also, you know, like manpower. Like how many people are you going to have that pulls security? And Rebel, or AG, you're going to understand this, right? So like when you look at it, you're going to take, you know, threat analysis, you know, possible places. But if you look at it, like those snipers, they had based on what I've seen with maps. Now I don't know how accurate those maps are, distances, all that stuff, or whatever. Like they could see over there, so there was an observation. But you can only put so many people in one spot that are, you know, when it comes to sector sketches, right? Each sniper team that's there, and I guarantee you there were quite a few at this place. You know, they each have a sector that they are responsible for looking at.
Yeah.
And this 100%. Is after the multiple sweeps that have happened in that entire area.
Yeah.
100% that building had a call sign. 100%. A building that close in the vicinity, in the area, was on a sector sketch, and it had a call sign, guaranteed. So,
and I guarantee there was either police or federal government agents near that building.
Somewhere's over there, just not on it, obviously. And you got to remember the fact too, like when you're in an OP, when you're observing the area, your sector, depending on how wide and how big it is, you can only look at certain things at a time. You're moving like this. If he was smart and he could see them up there on their building, he can wait for them to kind of look over here, hop up there real quick. By the time that sniper can get back over here and be on target, you know, you could easily get quite a few rounds off. So.
I also wondered too, like maybe there was an ID saying, hey, you know, they have potential on that building, right? But perhaps it wasn't clear exactly what that target was, or potential target was.
What the target was, or
what they had.
What the name was.
Is that just a civilian crawling up on a roof? You know what I mean? Or is it, who is it? Like, there's probably a lot of stuff going on in the in the comms there when that person was actually identified as being out of place, you know?
It's going to come out at some point or what, because what I really want to know in the whole thing is from the sniper vantage point, the sniper team that was there, what were they looking at? What could they see from their eyes? You know, were they higher elevation, about the same? Like, what was it? Because that's going to form a whole different, you know, analysis of how things could have happened. And all of this right now is just speculation anyway, but it could put a little bit more of a logical sense to it.
Yeah.
You know, because
if he was the only sniper there, also, like you're saying, what he was seeing and everything, it could have been the whole venue, the whole area, if he was the only sniper.
Well, the way that they were looking off toward his right or whatever, which tells me they probably had a sniper team on the right and the left watching that stuff. And there was probably one hidden somewhere nearby that had the whole entire crowd, but they were probably so high up, nobody would have even known they were there. You know, but then you got trees and stuff that could have blocked it. But the thing about it is there's sectors. There's sectors of fire.
So
there's sectors of fire.
You can look at top-down images of that area. Yeah, they're available online.
I personally think there's 2 trees that were possibly in the line of
Do you have one? Do you have one you can pull up really quick so we can look at it?
I haven't dug that deep into it. Like I said, I've been freaking busy in the past 2 days.
Hold on.
I was on my merry little 5-hour drive, and I was scrolling through Twitter and looking at stuff, and then me and Rose got on the phone for like an hour. Oh, hi! I got a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
It's an Apple thing. You wouldn't know about that, AJ.
You're right, because
you were scrolling Twitter when you were driving. What the hell's wrong with you now?
You know, it happens.
On that point, so Jay says, I want to know your thoughts on the 3 ladies Secret Service trying to cover a 6'3" VIP. You can't discriminate against the size, height, or weight, or weight kind of, but or gender of the Secret Service. Just can't. They're gonna hire who they think is good, and just because they're not as tall doesn't mean they're not extremely talented Secret Service agents.
And the training that they
I think he
through.
means just as how they're supposed to get in between the potential threat and the VIP, but how can they block? Right? How can they cover it? I think that's what his point is.
I don't think this one's 100% correct.
No,
because from what I saw, the shooter was more over here when they showed his lifeless body on the roof, and it was more over here.
Yeah,
and see, they were up here, and I think these 2 trees might have been blocking their POV.
Well, okay, so there's a video of the shooter on the roof.
Yeah, there's photos, videos,
Yeah, photos and videos, and from what I saw, he might have, where your mouse is, it might have been that roof.
This one?
Possibly. Because if you look at the video or whatever, I didn't see a building directly behind where he was at. Like I said, I don't know, but I'm just saying from what I saw in the video.
This is just one image of like probably dozens and dozens of different ones with different lines on them. So,
well, see, all the ones I've seen were like this exact same overlay, like over bird's eye view. But then, like, you look at the videos of all that stuff, the trees that are down toward the bottom left, like that right there is like, it looks like where one of those videos was shot from.
So TMZ actually has video. He is on the lower roof, right about where that red dot is at, based on the TMZ video. If you go to, I'm looking at, I can't pull it up, but on Twitter, it's lasting crown Aftharton, or just go to TMZ. But they have a video of it. I think they blur out. So you see that? Yeah, there's a video. They blur it, so it's not going to show the guy's,
Yeah, play that one.
It's not going to give you face. It's not going to give you
Okay,
face
yeah, now I
time.
see
Do you see
Yep,
it?
okay. Yep,
He's
I haven't
live,
seen that one
alive
yet.
right there.
yep.
And then he'll come back, blur, dead.
And you can hear them screaming, and I swear they're screaming, "Crooks, what are you doing?" Like these people around the camera know this person.
I hope he's turning this way. Be careful, guys.
Russ. She's saying Russ. Yeah, so
Okay, it is Russ.
Russ, yeah.
Dude, that's exactly why we need fucking Trump here.
That's exactly why we need Trump here.
So in the beginning of it, it shows a portion of the upper,
Yep, that back building. Yeah, I saw it.
the back building. So I think that dot right there is pretty. Yeah, see that?
Accurate. Yeah.
Pretty accurate.
But see,
You're on
you
the
see
side
that
of
thing
the
is
building.
slanted.
Yeah.
You know, it slants backwards, so it's like vantage point wise. I'd like to see from the sniper's point of view, like
Yeah.
how hard was it to actually be able to see something
Be careful.
He was
and identify
probably.
that there was a threat.
I know the gamers out there will understand. He's probably head glitching, man. You know what I'm saying? I know it's kind of a stupid joke, but like that angle right there, the pitch on that roof, would have given him some cover, especially if those guys were on another roof distance, and all they can see is just a portion of him, and maybe don't even see that they're this guy's got a rifle or something.
That's
There's
exactly why we
two
need fucking
marksmen
Trump
here too.
Yeah.
That's a big boy rifle too.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Hold on,
That's
let me see if I
a-
can find the image where it's blurred out, but it shows his body, and I swear he's right here on this roof, and his gun is maybe because they cleared the gun away from him. It was maybe 3-4 foot away from him to the other side.
But yeah, but the thing about it, but where they found the body compared to where where the video was shot from, you can clearly see like where that video was taken from was in that field just
Yeah.
below.
There.
And to be able to see him, he's got to be closer to where that video is taken, not further up.
Yeah. He's got to be near the edge there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because that's
Who
the-
knows? They could have drug him over there, but there was no
Well, that
you know,
video we just watched,
evidence
that
of
one
being
was,
drugged.
that was him when he was still alive for a moment,
Yep.
right before he was eliminated there. So it clearly shows he was behind the pitch there, like using the pitch of the roof to his advantage at some point, you know.
I know I misspelled that, but oh well.
Yeah, did he go up to the peak or over the side? It looks like line of sight was probably, the sight picture was probably really small with his, I mean, enough for him to be able to fire shots over the peak of that roof. You know, imagine what they see on the sniper end is, that's what they're going to see is probably shoulders, head, and a firearm. Very small. Looks very, very small the further away you are, you know?
Aim small, miss small.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Thomas Crooks?
No. Thomas Matthew.
Jonathan Thomas. Oh yeah. Oh, it was Matt Thomas.
It's right
I was
there.
about to say you put Jonathan. I'm like, what?
Matthew.
That scope is like a fucking $3,000 scope that they have on that rifle.
Oh, the Secret Service?
Yeah.
See how where it's showing his body here? Because here's the trees that were.
Yeah. Yeah. It
And
looks like in a
see, his
different
body's
spot,
right
kind
here.
of.
Yeah. There's no evidence that they drug him over there.
Yeah, I don't know what he's got. There's a couple objects on the roof there too. That's kind of hard to see them, but
that's the rifle.
And what is that? A bag
and
or
I don't know
something
what
far back there?
This might be a vent, but I don't know what this is.
I don't know. Oh, they have other angles. Yeah, there's other angles too. Sky News has some. Okay, so maybe that video is it image reversed? The one we saw from TMZ?
It might have been, but I
don't think it was.
That's a good picture. That's a good picture of Trump right there with his ear.
Oh yeah, his ear.
Yeah. Can you expand it, or is it? Oh. Yeah. Somewhere right in there, either outside top of the cartilage.
See how it's flat right there? I think that's where it skimmed. It just took off that little bend in the ear.
I think it looks more like the front is all chunked up.
Yep.
Right here.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like
it could have been. It could have been. Like that.
I think it probably grazed somewhere on his head too, because ears don't normally bleed that bad unless there's a head injury that comes along with it.
He might have been rubbing on it too when he went down. When he grabbed it and fell, he might have rubbed on it and caused it to bleed more.
Damn. Yeah, I think those images kind of. I think that maybe that video was mirrored.
Look at them scopes. Shit.
No.
Yeah, those are.
Look at that.
That's like a $3,000 scope. That tripod alone is probably fucking $3,000.
with the laser sight on top of it.
Yeah, like that is.
With
I guarantee that's
X PQs.
That's either a pack or a freaking laser rangefinder that goes right into the scope.
And what kind of question I had was, why is it police on their bag? Is this local police officers or is it
it's Secret Service? You can see it underneath the police where it says police. If you zoom in further,
you can see it.
Yeah, you can see it.
United States Secret Service. So.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like
they're probably prior military.
A sniper.
Guys,
yeah, he looks like the 100%. Sniper. What was his name?
Chris Kyle.
Kind of ish. His arms are a little small for that, but
no. He doesn't have as glorious of a beard either.
That's true.
Dude, look at those spotters, bro. Those Beano.
100% though. These guys were prior Marine snipers or prior Army snipers. 100%.
Yeah, the TMZ video is it's got to be flipped because it's a looking the wrong way based on the other photos we saw. That's pretty strange.
Yeah, see that
I think that's flipped. Because
they're far enough away they can see him and they're just zoomed in, and he just looks like he's
what I mean is, like, I think the image is backwards.
Yeah, I think these people are sitting in that parking lot.
No, because there's a tree directly over.
Lot.
Yeah,
which is these trees.
Where's the tree?
Well, there's other trees on the other side too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Go back to that. Yeah,
see, I think that guy is standing like right here. The one with the camera up and holding up. I think he's standing under this tree.
Yeah, but how do they have? If he's standing in that tree, and then the image should be facing the other direction. The shooter would be facing the other direction.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the pitch of the roof, right? The pitch of the roof is in the center line of the building lengthwise. Center of the building lengthwise.
Yeah, that wouldn't be.
They got to be in the grass or something.
You
Yeah,
heard
they
in the
gotta-
video he's turning this way,
Yeah.
so he
But
might have
anyways.
just turned towards this parking lot.
I don't know. Well, but
Strange.
I'm
For
talking
sure,
about
his
when he
body was
alive and
sitting over here.
I think the other images are flipped. That's what I think. They're mirrored. The ones where it shows
Yeah,
like it's the
maybe.
opposite other end of the building. It looks like it's image flipped, whereas this one it might be correct. Yeah.
I still think that they're taking the picture from this tree right here, up on this one.
But then it would have to be flipped.
They're in that parking lot.
Otherwise, he'd be facing the other direction. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He'd be
Yeah.
facing towards the main building, which is
Just look at the pitch of the roof.
right. So these people are on the grass somewhere.
Yeah,
The
100%.
TMZ ones, they're on the grass somewhere. The other ones, the top-down photos they had, those guys, I think those images are just mirrored, so it looks like, he's the shooter is on the other end of the building rooftop. If that makes sense. If you mirror the image, it can make it look like it's backwards in a way.
See, this one's showing it on that side of the roof too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it
Parking
doesn't
lot
make
side.
sense that somebody would be able to have that angle of video from the ground from the grass side, and
Mm-mm.
it's facing the wrong direction. If okay, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but if they're standing in the parking lot and they're looking at the roof on that shooter right there, he's facing the wrong way in the video. If that makes
And he'd be on the
sense.
opposite side of the pitch.
He would have to be
like-
he'd have to be facing the big white building below that.
Well,
Yep.
If you look at where his deceased body was,
That's what I'm saying. Is that image flipped? That's what I'm saying.
I don't think it is.
No,
his
because the
head's
parking
right
lot's
here.
at the bottom right.
Yeah,
His head's right here. That's
sure.
There's his shoes.
Okay. So, not mirrored. He's on that side of the pit. Maybe the TMZ one's mirrored. That just looks fucking weird. How did they get that angle?
Yeah, I don't know. Some ain't math in there.
I just feel
You
like
know?
it's kind of like more of an optical illusion. You have the
Maybe
guys
it
over
is.
here in the grass side looking at
Yeah.
it, and it looks closer to the edge than what it really is.
Maybe they're on a little mound or hill
'Cause
or
When you
Yeah.
go to the picture shown from the grass where the Secret Service and the cops are on the roof
yeah.
inspecting the body, you can tell on that one it looks a little further away.
So he's kind of behind a tree there. If line of sight from that one map you showed. It's just strange. Maybe that grass area they're in had a bit of a rise in it, like a mound, or maybe perhaps there was a grassy knoll.
See, I think it's just kind of optical illusion. I think they're
Yeah.
further away than you think they are.
Right. Because they're
Than it appears.
roof edge covered ankle. Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be zoom.
I just
Yeah.
feel like it's I
It's just
feel
a
like they're
weird-
further away than you think.
It's a weird angle. There's somewhere where they're kind of roof height almost, it looks like to me.
Yeah.
Because they're getting the tops of people's bodies. Okay, well that makes sense
Yeah,
to me now.
they're seeing their feet almost.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're in a raised position wherever they're at.
That's
Yeah,
a 6
these-
foot selfie stick right there, man.
Could be.
So
But
the,
all
I
the
get it.
places
Okay, I get you.
they're saying like he was over here, but if Trump was shot on the inside ear, the ear on the side of the audience, this is not very. This would have to go through his face to get to his ear.
He turned
right
his
here,
head.
Not if
though.
he's
more.
looking at that way.
He looked
He
that
turned when
direction.
you-
But he was
yeah.
Yeah.
looking
He was
towards this
looking
monitor
right
right
at
here.
him.
Mhm.
He was
Yeah.
drawing attention to the jumbotron right here, so he's looking over there. This
Yeah.
is a much more straight shot
Mhm.
to that ear than over here
Yeah.
is.
I think like a lot of people said too, is that he happened to turn his head just at the exact right moment. Otherwise, that
Yep.
would have.
Divine intervention
Yeah.
right there.
fucking wild, man. I can't believe people are just like that. You know, like what drives someone to go try to assassinate a
Now let's look at the
president,
pictures that
you know?
The times we live in.
I don't get it, man. It's fucking crazy people. There's crazy people. Like literally out of their fucking minds, dude. Literally
Now
out of their
these
minds.
are the images that won Trump the election right here.
Oh, that one right there is a
That right there.
Time magazine photo, bro. Like,
Yeah.
The dude that took that photo is retiring early.
yeah.
This one right here though is insane.
I
Have
think
y'all
that
seen
might
this
be
one yet?
Photoshopped, man.
No,
I'm not
they
sure about
the,
that.
he pulled them up on his camera and he showed them
You can
the
see
bullet trail.
Vapor trail.
Mhm. Yeah, that's wild, dude. If that's what that is, that's pretty wild.
You can already see Trump starting to like wince in pain right there. He's like his
Mhm.
face.
And,
It looks
and
like
reaching
he's about
upwards.
to.
Mhm.
And people are saying he had something yellow in his hand. Show me where. Where's the yellow blood pack that people are trying to say he had in his hand?
No, man, it's
Right there's
Nice.
perfect fucking shot of it. It's not there.
It's all fucking dumb conspiracy
People are dumb.
rhetoric, dude. Yeah, the photos that came from that, I mean, there's so much press there, obviously, and they're all down there below the stage, so they have this angle.
Yep.
And they always have, you know, big, giant, oversized flags flying behind from cranes and shit like that. Like, it just
And the
happened to
fact-
be the right photo, man. It's actually
The
hanging
fact that
vertically.
the flag is upside, yeah, but it
Yeah.
looks upside down. Trouble, and that's a signal for trouble. That just like adds to the photo.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's, you know, the press down there got some wildly, very already famous photographs of that whole event. That's,
Oh yeah.
I saw that
This
and I'm
one's
like,
kind of good
Jesus, they
too.
tried
'Cause he's
to,
like mid.
yeah. Like, fuck you almost. You know?
Mm-hmm. It almost looks like he's like rushing the stage and they're trying to get him off the stage, you know, like he's being defiant.
Yeah. That's wild, dude.
But his reaction to it is what people are gonna respect, and
Oh, 100%.
that's gonna win him the election, in my opinion.
Like the same, like I was saying earlier before we came on with Reagan, when the attempt was made with Reagan, he was actually, I mean, he was critical in the hospital for 12 something days or something like that. And the way that his demeanor was post all of that, he just became like beloved, you know, by a lot of people. And
we haven't seen one of them get shot like that since Teddy Roosevelt, where it's shot in the middle of a speech or something.
Yeah.
Since Teddy Roosevelt, and that one was fucking gangster too. He's like, the bullet is in me, so I can't I can't speak for long. Went on for 90 minutes.
Did
and
he?
He said something. Yeah, he said something like, "It takes more than that to kill a bull moose," and that just fucking was iconic.
That was October 14th of 1912. Is that correct? Sound correct? Yeah.
Yes, 1912.
And then what was it? It was, and then
So
what was that
William
one Reagan
McKinley-
doing his?
Yeah, William McKinley was assassinated, and then Roosevelt ascended to the presidency because of that.
No.
But he was running on the bull moose platform as a third party candidate, and he was shot because the shooter thought that he was turning his back on the Republican Party for running as a third party.
I thought the shooter was opposite, like Democrat associated. I thought weren't a lot of them. Almost all the shooters in history.
There's only been one Democrat that has been assassinated or even attempted assassinated, and that was JFK.
Yeah. Well,
all the rest of them have been Republican.
The perpetrator, the shooters, identified or been Democrat. I could be wrong there. I saw something on it. Let's see. I think
well, and then that's what was Reagan during his speech or whatever, that balloon popped and he said you missed.
Oh yeah.
You missed
that was gangster.
Thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. Extra disclaimer, yeah. We're using it's all opinions, yeah. Yeah, history of assassinations. That's was it Andrew? God, there's a lot. Was it 4 sitting presidents have been assassinated? So Abraham Lincoln, James Garfield, William McKinley, JFK, John F. Kennedy.
Yeah.
And 3 attempted.
Yeah, there have been several attempts, including Andrew Jackson, Theodore Roosevelt, Ronald Reagan. Now
or
Donald
these
Trump.
Attempted as in with a pew, not like try to be poisoned or anything like that.
Looks like all of them are in that.
Because supposedly there's been 3 attempts on Trump so far. One during one of his speeches or whatever his on the last campaign trail, he a British dude tried to disarm a cop and use it, and he went there for that reason. During COVID 2020, somebody in Canada mailed him ricin, and that package was stopped before it could get to Trump, and they were arrested on the Canada border.
I hadn't heard of that one.
Yeah.
Jay said I got to read the disclaimer out loud for listeners. So I'm going to do it really quick. The content provided is the sole view of this channel's owner. Media views and additional content provided on this channel does not represent the U.S. Military, Department of Defense in any official capacity, and that's for all of the hosts and guests. Okay, sorry. Getting that out there for
putting
everyone.
That at the beginning of it.
Once again, yeah. We're not saying anything disparaging on anyone. We're just discussing the events, really. So, opinions, thoughts, things like that.
Just discussing current events.
Yeah. Crazy, man. I thought
Where would we be today if he didn't turn his head and it would have entered the back of his head?
A lot of what ifs there. Huh?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
We were probably a millimeter from catastrophe for this country.
It'd have been bad.
Because there are a lot of fanatics for that man that are ride or die, willing to go at any minute.
Yeah, but where are they going to go?
It would have been an interesting independent race after that.
Yeah, weird.
I think I think Robert Kennedy Jr. would have won if it happened.
Mm.
It would have been interesting. Let's at to say the least.
Yeah, who would know? You know what I mean? I mean, there's people that think that like people in the military would turn on the citizens. I don't think so, man.
There's probably a certain few out there, but the majority no.
Yeah, there's a very small percentage probably that are just yes men that do whatever the fuck. But I would say the vast majority would not ever even consider doing that.
No, because that's their own families and friends that they're turning against.
Yeah, not today. Yeah, exactly. Turn on your
piece of shit officers. Sorry.
You sound like you got something in your throat there.
Take a cough drop, man.
Yeah, held one of his beard hairs.
I don't. A lot of people think that, and I don't think that's a thing, man.
There is one thing that the military will follow, and if you give them a unlawful order, they will tell you to go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
The 99.99%.
Right. Exactly. That's nuts, man. The whole thing is just, it's just kind of like, is this really where we're at right now? What,
Yes.
43, how many years is this since 91, 81? 43 years. Nobody's been, no president or former president was shot at since Reagan, 40 some odd years, and this is where we're at now.
Yep.
All because
Since
a
the last
20-year-old that this is his first election to even vote in. He hadn't even tried to change it politically. You know, he hadn't even had the opportunity yet.
Sucks, man. The whole. What really sucks is there are innocent people that got hurt from that and killed.
Exactly.
100%.
From some fanatic.
And the man
on the
who
roof.
was killed was a retired volunteer fireman. They said he was the most loving father.
Yeah.
He actually was shielding his wife and kids when he got hit.
Yeah, it's sad, man. I think they've got this. They started an official GoFundMe page for their family too. It was like
Already at over $1 million.
it was like 3 million or something, man. It's going off. Good, because I mean, no amount of money is ever going to fix that, but you know,
100%.
at least it can
No,
help
nothing will.
ease what it is they're going to be going through for years, for the rest of their lives, you know.
And then the government's going to take half of that in taxes.
No, that should all be the government should be
They
paying it.
don't.
Like
You are.
the government should be paying them the whatever 3 million or whatever.
Fuck, you can't even.
I'm sure there'll be
You
civil
can't even
matters.
use. What is it? What's the other like Cash App? What's the real popular one?
PayPal.
PayPal. There you go. You can't even use any of those anymore and receive over a certain amount of sum or a certain amount of money in a year. No.
Oh, you'll get a W-2, pretty much, or a 1095 or something like that.
1095. Yeah.
That's nuts,
Yep.
man.
You get a tax form. It's crazy.
Let's just say God blessed America yesterday. Because if he did not turn his head, it would have been nasty.
$600, Jay? Is that what it is?
600. Yeah, that's usually what the IRS limit
What's the
is for
time-
income.
Is that in a year?
Yes. If you make over
So, yeah.
$600 in a year, you have to claim that as earned income
Yeah.
to the IRS.
If you get over $600,
I think
so
it's
even
a little
if somebody
higher.
gives
No,
you,
it's 600.
No, because
So
we
even
didn't have to file for Piper, and she was a little over that.
yeah. So even if somebody just out of the kindness of their heart gives you $1,000 on your fucking PayPal or whatever, now you're getting a tax form and have to pay taxes on it. That's just sad.
Yeah.
Can't even give people money anymore without them getting fucking taxed on it. It's
Oh,
my fucking money. You know, if I
Bro,
want to give it
money-
to somebody.
money is so taxed that it's probably taxed
Mhm.
beyond what it's worth, really. I mean, you think about how many
Yes.
times it changes hands, it gets taxed nearly every time. It gets taxed when you earn it, it gets taxed when you spend it, it gets taxed when somebody else buys what you fucking sell them. Their money was taxed. Like, it's ridiculous how taxed every single dollar is. I mean, it's probably taxed to zero in some cases. I would bet. Like, okay, for example, like I bought a car for my daughter. Okay, I know we're changing the subject a little bit. I bought a car for my daughter. Her car was $20,000. Was already purchased by the original owner, the one older lady who owned it. She already paid sales tax on that car. I went to license it. I had to pay sales tax on $20,000. That's $2,000 just to license that vehicle. The fuck, dude? It's already been taxed.
Yep.
But I got taxed. I spent the money to buy it, and now I got taxed on top of it.
Yep.
And if I was to sell it to somebody else, it'll get taxed again.
Yep.
they will have to pay tax. So like, imagine that. I mean, at 20 grand, right? Let's say I sell it for, it's probably, $15,000 to $17,000 car. Sold it to somebody. They're going to pay 10% tax like it is here. It's 9% here. They're going to pay that on that amount. So they're going to also pay, $1,500 to $1,700 in taxes. So initial cost of the car, I think, was about 25, somewhere around that the lady bought it for, and taxed on that. So, that's $2,500, round it to 10. And then I paid 2 on it. And then the next person, if they buy it, they'll pay 15 to 17 on it. I mean, that's fucking $5,000, more than $5,000 in taxes already.
So my father,
one car,
gifting me a car. They already owned it. Gifted me a car, and in some states you can gift and all that other stuff. I still had to get paid tax on what the retail value of it is.
Dude, it isn't.
So I paid nothing for the car.
Right. They use fair
still
market
had to pay taxes.
Or sometimes they'll do fair market value if they're nice. Pay tax on that.
Yeah,
I'm like, what in the fuck, bro?
So in Texas, it goes off of either the fair market value or the sales price of the vehicle, whichever one is higher.
Yeah. Why are we being taxed like that? I don't know. That
so
doesn't make sense.
Got to make their money somehow.
Because like, okay, you buy shit, right? You pay income tax. Probably the majority of people pay less than 15% income tax. Total in a year after their adjusted income is done. Probably less than 15%. Most people are probably under 10. But then you also have to spend money and taxes when you buy shit with the money that you earned and you've already paid taxes on. So add another 9 to 10% or whatever. It's what does it range from, like 6 to 10% most places in the country. Higher if you're on the stupid left side like I am, but yeah, mine's 9.
By the way, state taxes too.
Some people have state tax. Yeah, you can tax the fucking gills, dude. For what? Patchy ass roads? Like what?
So what?
Louisiana's got a damn state tax, and they got the worst roads. Shit's
you guys
dumb.
pay state tax in Louisiana?
Yeah, it's state tax, and they have the worst fucking roads I've ever seen them on. Like, dude, like tires that are rated for 40,000 miles, you maybe get 20 out of.
You know why Louisiana has such bad roads? Because when the cigarettes, the age for buying cigarettes went from, 16 to 18, they were the last state to switch it over, and the government cut their funding for roads until they switched it to 18.
It's been okay, but they've had a state tax for as long as I've been alive, right?
Yeah.
Why in the fuck can you not fix roads in almost 40 fucking years?
The money's not going there.
Of course it's not. It ain't. I don't know where the money in Louisiana is going, to be honest with you. I'm still trying to figure that one out.
You could probably make some assumptions.
Yeah.
Most
Same with
people
California.
do. Yeah.
Like Jay said, their roads are absolute fucking in California.
Oh,
That's
they
because
are,
they
man.
have people shitting in them.
We took
They're
a
shitty
back
up here,
road
too.
out of Nevada into California by the Sierra Nevada mountain.
Mhm.
And the road was, I'm talking backcountry road, middle of nowhere, Nevada. Great road. Literally, as soon as we hit California, that road turned into fucking shit. It was just terrible.
Yeah, I don't understand. It's like, it seems like it's just lost once it leaves your paycheck. Once you spend your money, it's just lost to somewhere. Who knows?
And it's crazy. California, state tax. Nevada, no state tax.
Yeah, it's going into somebody's pocket. That's what's going on. So.
Well, but then you pay all these fucking different like vehicle or road or whatever fucking taxes they do that's supposedly supposed to go and help that does not.
Yeah,
like emissions tax and all this other shit. Like
emissions taxes, you got to pay licensing fees for your vehicle every year. If you own a piece of property, you got to pay property tax, and depending on where you live, you get fucked.
Tax.
You get fucked on that property tax. Some places are really cheap. Some places are stupid expensive. Like Texas is really high property tax, isn't it? It's high here, but it's not as high as Texas.
Texas is one of the higher in the South.
Yeah, it's a bit higher over there, but the houses cost less. So,
how much was it?
And the whole cost of living is less.
Yeah, it is a lot. Yeah, dude, it's California, $900. I'm just gonna guess. They wanted me. I had my old ass F-150. They wanted $700 for per year. Like, get the fuck out of here. I licensed it in Wyoming, where I'm from. Where it's
because they go off of the
retail
price. Retail value.
Yeah, like every year.
Same in Nevada, though. So like
Stupid,
my wife's
dude.
2-year-old Hyundai Palisade was like $760 this year. It's 2 years old.
That's the one thing I like about Washington State. My truck every year is $116. My car, $75. It doesn't matter.
I think Texas was like 70 or $80.
Yeah, my truck or whatever, it was 80 or no, it was 76 bucks.
Wyoming's cheap
76,
too.
yeah.
Like that.
Well, but then, so what's funny is all these guys that are out at Malmstrom up in Montana or whatever, they go all buy these cars and they don't get taxed on buying the cars, but then as soon as they go register in another state, they get fucked.
Oh, dude, it happens with recreational vehicle taxes here too. Like if you buy one somewhere else and you want to bring it to Washington, like don't just keep it licensed in a different state. Because the moment you try to bring it over to that $70,000 RV you bought is getting the RV version of sales tax shit on it. And it's way higher.
You're getting taxed on that full
dude.
70 grand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we had a dude that bought a almost $60,000 truck in Montana, and then he got slapped with orders like less than 8 months later. Moved down here, and he's like, and his registration was coming due, and because he's not a resident, he had to swap his registration. So then he tries to go to Louisiana, and they hit him with taxes.
Yeah,
because you get. Oh, it was bad.
Where was his residence before? Does Louisiana not do like out of state, like honor out of state?
Yeah, they do, but like he had to he was just trying to do it because it was about to expire. And I was like, look, dude, register it in your home state. And because he's from Florida. So I was like, you're going to be fine. And I mean, it went over like 2 months, but it's like, dude, the cops around our area have better things to do than look at your fucking registration if it's expired, especially from out of state. Like you'd have to get pulled over to even get ticketed for it.
Like they're gonna make initial stop based on that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Something.
Dude, I couldn't tell you how long. Like, because Texas they require 2 plates or whatever. I couldn't. Since I bought my truck, I haven't put the front plate on it because I haven't been to Texas in my truck. And my registration sticker, it was in the glove box for God knows how long.
Nevada requires it for ours for front and back. We haven't put a front plate on my wife's car yet since she bought it. That was 2 years ago.
I had to drill a hole into my Thunderbird bumper to put a front plate on it because I got pulled over and got a ticket for no front plate.
Oh yeah.
No, God forbid, don't put it in the windshield because they'll give you a ticket for that too.
We have front and back plates here, but the stickers only go on the back ones.
Yeah. Well, so Texas, the sticker goes in the windshield.
In the windshield. Yep.
Yeah. It sticks out like a sore thumb too.
You have your registration sticker in the windshield and your state inspection sticker.
They don't have state inspection anymore.
It's
they got rid of
registration now.
Yeah.
See, when I was there, before I left, you still had to have the state inspection sticker there too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not anymore. It's tied to the registration.
Now they're talking about getting rid of inspections altogether in Texas.
Yep. Yeah, they're gonna let the state handle it. As if they need something else to do.
That'd be nice.
Why would
I moved there?
What inspection are you guys talking about? Like California's got smog check bullshit, right?
It's just safety check. It's literally to make sure that
you have
no exhaust leaks.
and
all the safety equipment works.
You got to do that in Texas?
Yeah,
Yep.
you have to make sure you don't have any cracks in the windshild.
Every year.
Your seat belts,
You
your
gotta do it in-
blinkers work.
You got to do it in Nevada as
Every
well?
year. No.
Oh.
And
You have to
depending
get
on
your vehicle smogged, depending on how old it is. But where I'm at, because I'm rural area, outside of the big cities, I don't have to do anything.
Oh.
if you're 2 counties away from, or within 2 counties of Harris County, you have to have a emissions test as well.
Yep.
Wow.
Well,
So we used to
when
go
you
to
do your
Grimes County
state-
and get that done.
When you do your state inspection, they do emissions anyway.
Oh.
It sucked too because when I first moved there and I changed my tags over on my old Nissan hardbody, my old truck, they fucking failed me for my tint. I had to take my tint off there at the inspection station so they would pass my vehicle.
They have a little light meter
Dude,
on it.
that's when you go to the damn ghetto. The ghetto is fucking state inspection sticker that you can state inspection place, and they'll pass you. They don't give a shit. They're just taking the
Slip
money.
them an extra 20, you're good.
Yeah, I just moved there. I didn't know any better, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't know about it. So then after that, I started to go to some better inspection stations, let's say.
What I
good
love
ones.
about Texas, what I love
the
about
good ones.
what I love about Texas, is
Shorty.
whenever I go to redo my registration online, it asks if the vehicle's out of state and if you're military, and then it just bypasses everything, and I just re-register it, so I have to do it. And then they're like, "Oh, you got to do it within 30 days of being back in the state." I was like, "No cop's going to dig that far to find out if you did your inspection. They don't care.
Yeah.
You have a current registration. That's all that matters."
They failed me for my tit.
Your tip.
My tit. Shorty says, I thought you said failed me from my tit.
It's the language
Yeah.
barrier.
It
It's the leg.
flopped too far out of the window. It was impeding oncoming traffic.
Mhm.
You guys got to see this meme. Maybe you could pull it up really quick.
Put it in the Twitter chat.
Okay, hold on.
Meme.
Yeah,
I'll
this
pull it
meme,
up.
it's good, dude. Share post and
Have you seen the freaking keychain meme?
No.
Oh, I'm gonna send that one in the chat
Hey,
too. Real quick.
Tuna.
Okay, look at it.
Yeah, I can hear myself.
Shorty said, laugh my ass off. Language barrier, my ass.
The Matrix one.
Of course you did.
The memes.
Oh yeah, the Matrix one. That one's a good one.
The memes are a fire right now. All right, here. Bro, that's wild. Wow.
I haven't seen somebody bob and weave that good since Bush dodged the shoes.
The shoes.
Well, that was wild too. The crazy
I
thing
just
is
sent another
that
one too.
that's Trinity in that picture, supposedly, with the different head on it, clearly.
Yeah.
And that's the part where she says, like, dodge this and doesn't miss. But yeah, that's the agent is the other guy who was dodging like that too. Pretty good meme. Pretty good one.
Oh, this one's kind of fucked.
Is it safe for work?
Yeah, but it's
Yeah, it
kinda
is.
fucked.
Okay.
Said safe for
Is
work.
it you see in the other one it says mine getting off stage after a failed assassination, yours getting help down 3 steps.
Yeah,
Jesus.
sideways.
Oh, damn. Damn. That's the keychain one.
fucked up.
Yep.
Wow.
That one's kind of fucked.
A little bit.
That
People are
one's
saying,
fucked up.
people saying Donald Trump's been at so
It's-
many UFC fights recently that he knew how to
So
dodge and weave.
yeah, so if you can't see it, if you're just listening, it has who's the first one?
I don't even know.
It has it's a keychain, and the links are the little key rings are through holes where like the presidents were shot, basically. So JFK has the hole where the key ring going through where's in his forehead, and then Trump has one on his ear, and the other guy has a giant hole on his like chest. Basically, I don't know who that is, but it's kind of a meme keychain. It's pretty fucked up looking, but made sense.
That one's pretty messed up.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't think there's no, yeah. Circling back, I suppose.
Somebody did a video saying that, oh, I heard Trump got shot in his ear. Oh, that's my president. But it was his right ear. Oh no, I can't support that. Right is wrong or left is right.
I don't even know what to say about that, dude. Violence is not the answer to this stuff. Okay, it's politics.
That goes to show that society is screwed. Comments like that.
Wow, dude, just scroll Twitter for a while and you'll see how fucked up people are.
Oh, people are crying that you missed.
Yeah, dude, it's
That's
wild.
insane. That's insane.
Yeah, that right there is insane. Somebody did, like.
You know what? Why you got to be a crazy person to wish that kind of thing on a former president or even a sitting president? Like that's just that's just inappropriate and wrong. You know.
Now I understand, like
for anybody, for anybody, it's inappropriate.
The
and
guy
wrong.
in Germany back in the day, like I can understand like people being upset if he was missed, but this guy has not done anything as bad as the guy in Germany did.
Oh yeah.
But people are acting like he's worse than him.
Yeah.
Because
they're so
stupid.
Privileged.
I mean, honestly,
right.
Honestly, at this point, RFK is probably better off just hiring private security.
Yeah. And I think he did. Because Trump and RFK were both denied extra Secret Service.
Yeah. It's kind of wild to me how the nephew of a former president who was actually assassinated doesn't get even any kind of detail, security detail like that. Like you wouldn't think you would kind of like maybe make an assumption like, hey, somebody may want to try to, you know, take him out too, which because of his family history or whatever, you know, like I'd almost think that's like a, you know, someone may think that, or at least give him something. Like, Jesus, no.
Jeremy Harvey Oswald might be coming for him, you know?
Jeremy. Jesus. Oh yeah, here it is. Trump is on par today.
Just put that one in there.
No, here. This is what I was talking to you about. The guy's fucking gangster, man. Attempted assassination, right? Attempted assassination. I know it only hit his ear, but like, fuck, man. You non-rattle. He's golfing today, this morning.
That's wild.
Fucking good.
Shorty,
I sent it.
Evidently, we do throw eggs. They're just lead bound eggs.
They're what eggs?
Lead.
Scotch eggs.
She says you guys should just throw eggs like normal people. That's what they do in the UK.
Yeah, I mean that's safer. Eggs, fruit. Yeah. There, I put it in the thing. If you, yeah.
I got you.
It's him chilling in the cart. This is Trump round today. I'm a cart boy at Trump Bedminster, where Trump played golf today, just about 16 hours after getting nearly assassinated. He was in high spirits, which was great. Took time to chat with a lot of staff, allowed us to follow him for a bit. There was a decently big group with him. Anyway, I was able to watch him putt on the 9th green. He had about a 20-footer with probably 2 feet of break. Sure enough, He drains it and goes, difference between me and the shooter is that I don't miss.
Jesus.
God. Whether that's
Holy
true
shit.
or not, that's fucking gangster, man.
100%.
Oh,
Whether
fucking
it's true, it's that shit's God.
his son, Junior, he was saying that he got on the phone with them afterwards, after everything calmed down. He got on the phone and he knew that it was okay. So all the niceties were out the window, and he just looks and tells him, he says, "You know, you're a fucking badass." The way he reacted to that.
Dude. I mean, that was crazy, dude. I can't believe we're at this point in time, but
Society, man.
it's
Keep
fucked,
saying it.
dude. It's fucked up. Like, yeah.
And
I'm
he's
just
just going
interested to see-
keep going. He's not changing anything about his schedule or anything. He's just going to keep going.
Yeah. I think, you know, those things like that, I'm glad you know, it's sad that, you know, and terrible that people lost their lives, you know, and the ones who did survive. That's good that they did, you know, but like, it's definitely going to bring a lot more people together, you know, and when things like that happen, that's the kind of effect that it has. I mean, you know, not a lot of people were here in 2001. All of us were, but the country was like, I mean, the people in it were like just this, dude.
Yes.
Oh,
Most of
100%.
them. People were flying flags off their cars. Every damn car had flags coming off of it.
Yep.
Everyone was super patriotic together. It was just a big, crazy event like that happened, and it just brought people really tight for a little while. But like, you know, those kind of wild events like that have that effect sometimes. So hopefully it draws people closer from everywhere, all sides, you know, instead of further apart, at least for some time, you know what I mean?
No, in Vegas, they're going to put odds on whether or not he comes out to his next rally to Mini-Men or not.
I think he should, honestly.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
100% he should.
He should, yeah, for sure, man.
But Skip, back on what you were talking about, like when 9/11 and all that stuff came around, like didn't matter what your views were or whatever, everybody came together for a mutual, you know, a tragic event. And, you know, and everything that happens in society today, like all the mass shootings that happen, you know, got it, you know, Trump's fucking, you know, Republican candidate, you know, former Republican president. And, you know, and it's, somebody else died. I don't care what your views are. You, as a person, you cannot look past that. Like somebody died. 2 other people were critically injured. You know, that is a tragic event that happens.
2 people died that day.
Or 2, yeah.
2 people lost members of their family, whether one was guilty party or not. Their family were innocent.
I mean, and that guy's family, you know, him being the perp, you know, is like still there's people in his family that had no idea, that probably loved him, probably cared about him, you know,
and they have to live with that for the rest of their lives, and they're going to be ridiculed.
His dad has got to feel worse than anything because it was his rifle.
He took it from his dad.
It was his dad's. It was registered in his dad's name.
Jesus, dude.
I mean, that's a guilt that you can't lose, you know what I mean?
That happened here, actually, off island where I'm at in the city, right off the island here in the mall. 5 people were shot and killed by a guy. It was something over ex-girlfriend or something like that. He actually took his dad's .22 rifle to Macy's in the mall and killed 5 people. Like, it wasn't even his, you know, and his dad worked at the place that I worked on the base as a civilian contractor. Like, very, very small community, but like that guy was, I mean, that's got to be devastating, man. You know?
I mean, that dude's not even old enough to buy a rifle.
Yeah, was he 20?
Yeah, he was 20. He was 20.
Yeah. Well, it depends on
He was
where
old
you're
enough.
at.
Yeah. In
Like-
Pennsylvania, I think it might be 21.
Yeah, I think it's
for,
at least 21 here.
For AR style and pistols. I know a lot of
Yeah.
those states have moved into that. I'd have to look at it, but
Yeah. Well, who knows when the guy purchased it initially, you know what I mean? Like, you can't even buy them in Washington State anymore. Pens is pretty strict. I bet, you know, you can't even buy an AR platform, and you can't buy anything over 10 rounds in the mag anymore either. It's very Californian now. And I think you got to be 21 to buy
I think there's
firearm.
8 states that ARs are prohibited.
Yeah. If you have it, obviously you're grandfathered
prohibited
in,
for purchase.
and you can repair. You can order things to like make repair, like you need to change your barrel out after so many rounds and shit like that. Obviously, but you can buy replacement parts to fix or repair, but you can't like buy a full kit, like put together weapon anymore.
Yeah, Washington, California. I don't know where this state is, right in the middle. And New York, New Hampshire,
Yeah.
Rhode Island, you know, northeastern states.
Mm-hmm.
The left side and the right side of the country.
So Pennsylvania
Yeah.
wasn't.
Well,
on
there's
that
2
list.
in the middle, and Hawaii.
Why?
Yeah, but
there's
he's
a-
talking about banned.
Pennsylvania. Yeah, they're not
There you
banned to own here, but they're
Yeah.
for purchase, no, or transport in, no. Yeah. Regulated. Oh, that's Colorado in the middle, and that's
Yeah, it's
that makes
regular.
sense.
Yeah.
What is this one?
Illinois.
Illinois.
Yep.
Okay.
Illinois.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I understand that one.
You need to go back to geography class.
Hey, if I don't have the lines,
He's like,
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
If it ain't Texas, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. If it ain't Texas,
Like,
I don't
who
know.
knows what fucking that? I didn't know Illinois was shaped like that. I understand California's shaped like that. You know, I
Yeah.
know what Texas is shaped like, Louisiana. You know, but like I did some of the middles, like the Carolinas and shit. I know where they are. I don't know. What
They
they're
said
shaped
that's
like.
north of the Mesa Dixon. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
If the shoe fits.
It's Midwest, right? It's just west of the Mississippi.
I mean, I know it's close to Ohio. That's about as much as I knew.
What do you have your cursor over right now?
This is let me see, Tennessee maybe
Tennessee.
Ohio.
ish over here.
Oh, that's Kentucky
Go
right
up.
there.
Yeah, that's Kentucky.
Tennessee's right
Down
below
one
that.
is
Tennessee, then
Tennessee.
Kentucky.
Huh?
Down one is Tennessee.
Texas is right here.
Yeah,
That's
Tennessee's
you know,
the
I
flag
know that.
That's Texas.
Florida's
yeah,
over
you're
here. Louisiana's right there.
Arkansas, Mississippi,
right.
Alabama,
This guy.
Georgia's right
Florida.
above there. Florida.
Okay, look. I have only been to Texas and then all the states to Florida and then Washington and Oklahoma. Those are the only states I've ever traveled to.
Oh, you know which
So
one's
I'm not.
shaped
I'm
like
not
a glove.
well. Michigan.
Yeah, perfect.
I know that.
America's butt plug.
Mich-
No, it's not a butt plug, dude.
Well, yeah, but then you live in. Yeah, but I live in a toilet bowl.
yeah, it's just like the area right between the balls and the asshole.
No, okay. This is the way I see it. Florida's the dick, right?
Yeah.
And then Texas would be the next thing that's hanging down as low as the dick. So that's the balls. The assholes over here in California.
Yeah, probably, and everything in between there. So Arizona, New Mexico, all that's all taint.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's so hot.
It's hot as fuck.
So I'm like the tramp
Perfect,
stamp
bro.
then, where I'm at. Basically, is what you're
Yes.
saying.
Yes.
Washington State
Oh,
is
yeah,
the tramp
100%.
stamp of the United States.
Oregon's that little like that spot that like
It's that
the
sweaty
ass crack
spot.
starts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's that sweaty spot in the top of the ass.
That little
crack.
T.
It's where all the sweat drips down.
Jesus.
Oh God, no. No.
So Nevada's in the cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Warm there.
Jesus.
I would say that they're more like the hips, you know.
Fuck driving around Oregon. Oregon's beautiful, man. If you've ever driven through Oregon, it's like all fucking trees and mountains. It's beautiful. Except when you
Only
get to
thing I say
Portland,
fuck-
it's fucking weird there, man.
The only thing I say fuck driving around is Dallas, Fort Worth area, and Seattle.
No, dude, fuck
Yeah,
Houston.
Seattle sucks.
Fuck Houston.
Well, Houston's not bad on the off times,
Bullshit.
but like anywhere between like 2 and 7, get off the road.
Jay,
I almost got smoked coming down here.
Oregon is like all. It's a blue dot, man. Right, is Portland. Everything else is country, beautiful, smaller towns. You know, the only weird shit is Portland. Portland's a fucking anomaly in that state. It's kind of like Seattle and Washington and Seattle area, the South Puget Sound area.
Compton.
Yeah, well, they're connected.
To Compton, yeah.
Seattle, Tacoma, connected. So Seattle, Tacoma, Olympia, all those in that area down there in the South Puget Sound is very strange. The rest of the state is farmland, beautiful mountains, forest, country. Eastern Washington is like kind of more desert, you know, drier, hotter. But like it's just a concentration in the large metropolis city there of Seattle area, you know, Tacoma, or we call it Compton, like AG said. I'm definitely strapped when I'm down there.
It's the West Coast Compton, bro.
It is, dude.
Kill ya.
It's the Washington Compton, yeah, to Compton, or they need to have Spokanistan.
Spokanistan, yeah.
Yeah, it gets hot as fuck, and it's sandy and dusty over there too. Bend, not Dent.
When I went to
Bend, Oregon
Washington,
is beautiful, dude. Mm-hmm.
I went to Washington, landed in Seattle, and went straight to Wenatchee. Wenatchee was one of the most beautiful places I've ever been.
It's on the eastern side of the mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go over the Cascades to get there.
I say that like if a zombie apocalypse ever happened, that would be one of the cities to survive because it's in a complete bowl of mountains with a river running right through the middle of it.
Mm-hmm. That's like Leavenworth, Wenatchee, all them places, and they're just absolutely gorgeous. Mm. And like where I'm at, we would just like blow the bridge, and that would be that. No one's getting where we're at without a boat.
Yeah,
or a seaplane.
Yeah, or a seaplane, but ain't no zombie flying a seaplane.
No, but I could go fly to you.
You could, yeah. You could land it right out here.
That's what I'm saying. I'll go pick up Rebel and AG, and we're just coming over there.
Oh no, I'm going in the woods.
There's a marina. Here. There's woods literally right across the street where I'm at. Just all woods, no houses.
Yeah, we could basically land in Skep's backyard almost.
Mm.
We'd only be a couple 100 yards away.
Yeah, a couple.
I'd go live on an island in Sam Rayburn somewhere. Mm. Maybe Rock Island. Rock Island's like 20-foot tall rocks in the water all the way around.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's cool, man.
But it is nicknamed Rattlesnake Island, so.
Because of all the rattlesnakes, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus. Well,
a few diamondbacks over there.
Yeah, diamondbacks. Ooh. You guys want to wrap this thing up or what? We want to keep flowing.
I gotta get some sleep.
Yeah. Good luck. Did you already get your physical, or they still gotta stick their finger in your butt?
It's tomorrow. Tomorrow at 11:30.
Just remember to relax.
I'm gonna drive back home.
Just make sure they warm their hand up and you turn and cough extra hard for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tons of jelly. That's what I need.
Give me all the jelly. Use the whole tube.
Yep. Yeah.
Knock me out.
Yeah. No, I flew today. Drove down here. Driving back tomorrow, and then flying Tuesday morning. soloing
See,
Tuesday
it's a
morning.
Galveston doctor. He's probably just gonna give it the old Tua.
No, it's League City.
Finger.
It's League City. Right?
Oh,
It's
okay,
League
okay,
City.
all right.
Oh, we
A little
love you too,
better.
Jay, man.
If his hands are on your shoulders, you're not getting a prostate check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold still, and you feel one hand on one shoulder, and you're like, "How you doing?"
The other
Feel
one.
the other hand on the other shoulder, and you're like, "Wait a minute."
Yeah, one hand's
Hold
just
on.
holding you in place, just so
What
you
is
don't go,
going
"Oh
on?"
shit," But two hands.
Yeah, no, my aunt is the one that lives in Galveston, and I was like, it's only 30-minute drive, so I was like, it'll work out.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's
Yeah.
wrap this shit up, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Sure.
Let's get our little photo. Is that your? Okay. Wait, how are we serious today? Or are we smiling? I don't even know.
I'm gonna grab my ear.
Fuck. Hold on. Ready? Do it. Do it. Ready? Go. Go. All right. I think we got it. How many were grabbing their
You should
ears?
have. You should have done the organ donor.
I had mine showing. Yeah, fucking wild, guys. Wow.
He should start his next speech with, "Friends, countrymen, lend me your ears."
Oh Jesus, that would be epic, actually.
Fucking walks out to 50s,
Many men.
Many men, and then says that. Oh my
starts off a
God.
speech like that, bro. We gotta be speech writers
win.
and shit.
He'd win, hands down.
Hey, shorty, have a night.
Landslide.
It's like we were saying to everybody, like before we wrap this up, is super unfortunate that a person lost their lives, and there are people injured, and their families, and terrible that people think that they can just try to assassinate a president. That should never fucking happen.
No.
No.
Here we are today. We have psychopaths all over. So psychopaths that have tools of war. So they shouldn't. Anyway.
Yep.
Exactly.
Not a psychopath anyway. Everyone else that's legal and follows the rules like the majority of us do. It's A-okay.
Yes.
So any parting words, y'all, before we wrap? No?
No.
All right. Y'all be easy.
Love y'all.
Love y'all, mean it.
Love y'all.
All right, love you. Bye.